Wither Bros are just kinda sad in a lot of ways. Lore-wise, they're vengeful pawns for the corporations that have infested the Casimir's government, ultimately reduced to crude killing machines by the experiment said government ran on the two of them. They're an example of mega-corporations using their monetary leverage to take those who are suffering and use them to their advantage, while in this case also indirectly fueling the stigma surrounding the Sarkaz race. While these elements aren't completely represented in their designs, the sharpness of their armor, its pitch black color, and that unnatural blue glow from underneath their masks are very clear indicators that something about these guys just isn't right. Especially when you notice that there's some kind of liquid running down their chest plates that matches the aforementioned glow. Is that their saliva or something? What happened to these guys that's causing this? Their long, unkempt hair also adds to the imagery of these guys being beastly and brutish. I wish they were more hunched over and looked almost more like a feral animal, because their regular stances here just doesn't quite fit with their designs. And yes, I did say designs plural, which leads me to the biggest issue with the Wither Bros. There's just no distinctive features between the two at all. Twins and design duos often play off of the differences between the two, but with the Wither Bros, literally the only differences they have are the weapons they use and the fact that their severed horns are the opposite of each other. If this was just a single dude, then I wouldn't be complaining about this, and I'd probably give it a passing grade. But this time, that's just not the case, and if you decide to make a design duo, you can't really afford to half-ass the actual duality. It also doesn't help that even with their distinctive attributes, it's not hard for them to blend in among the fodder knights from their event. Their colors, silhouettes, and other features don't do enough different from these fodder knights, and it doesn't help that the Casimir's events both already have numerous named characters who are just stronger clones of fodder. Dikaeopolis manages to avoid this with a more distinct silhouette and a primary color that differs from the other enemies, but I'll talk more about Dikaeopolis when we get around to him. My point is that the Wither Bros being bros in the first place is so blatantly discarded in their designs. There's no real reason for there to be two of them. Them being a pair actually hinders them compared to most other design duos who at least have a satisfactory level of contrasting elements. I could just rate them based on the one singular design, but that's also just not what they are. They're a design duo and will thus be judged as such, and on that front, they fall extremely flat. It's kind of insane that I even had this much to say about these two in the first place, because really these two are kind of just nothing, really. At least they look imposing.